that is, we will make one stack using 2 queue. We will make this queue like this. We cannot make one stack using one queue. We will always, if we like to make one stack, then we will always need 2 queue. So this is Q1 and this is Q2 and this is stack. Yes. So in stack and in queue, there are one similarity, that both the elements in both cases, these elements are entered in front of last. That elements here also it will enter into the last, here also it will enter into the last. But when in the pop time or in the dequeue time, so in the queue that elements will remove from the first, but in the stack this last in first, this is removed from the last. Okay, think that here also removed. So in when it will enter into the elements in the queue, then we will always need order of one time. This is a simple process. But if when we remove the element from the stack, we will make one stack, but internally it is using 2 queue. So when elements are removed from the stack, so then there are so there will be the involvement of the 2 queue. So then it will be the time complexity will be order of n. So here one element, that is, if we think that 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, in one we will make we will think about decision that which queue is empty. If one queue is empty, then other queue will obviously full. If both queues are empty, then we will just remove, just write that the both queues are empty, so we cannot remove one element. But if they are one element, so in here this will be the one. We will just copy from the element from the Q1 to Q2. So we will copy from the element, element from one Q2 to another until we will reach end. Like we will always check that when it is come to end, one you will check that after that it will be there any element or not. In one, after that 2, so we will just enter 1. In 2 there will be the 3, so we'll enter 2, enter 3, enter 4, enter 5, enter 6. When it will come to 7, it will think that we can copy, but after that there are no element, so we will just copy from we will just take this 7 and we will return this element 7. This is the whole logic. After that, when we 1 second that is pop, then here it is all empty, right? So here there are no element. So here there are no element. So again we will copy from this to this. 1, after that there are one element, yes, 2, after that 3, after that 4, after that 5. But when it is come to 6, it will think that we will take this, but we cannot remove this element from this. These all elements are removed, like. But in the 6 we cannot remove this 6. Why? Because after that there are no elements, so we will just return this element, right? When it is come to peak, what is peak? That is showing at the top of the element, like this element. We will just peak. When it is come to peak, we will just show this element, but we cannot see this one. So we can just remove from the first, but we cannot show this 5. So what we can do? We will again copy from this element to this element. Here we will not see after that there are no element or not. We will copy from 1 to here, after that 2, after that 3. We will remove this 6 also, right? So after that 4, after that 5. After that there are no element. So after copying from it, we will just return this 5. But 5 will be here in the Q2. Okay. into Q2. So this is the whole logic. So now we'll write code. So this is our main function. So we'll write this main function code after that. After that, making this. So we'll make one class because stack there are many function are there. So we'll make one static class. So public static class stack. Here we will make two queue. So queue. So here q. This is all contained integer. Q1 equal to new linked list and make this ones. Right? This is Q2. So after this Q1 and Q2. So what we can do? We can make one function. That is add. So public. We will not make it static. Public void add, and we will take this data from the user, or we will take this data, or from the main function we can simply send the data. So if q1 is empty, or we will make one function here, public boolean is empty. Return q1 is empty, ampersand q2 is empty. Okay. If total is empty, then there are no element, so we can add anywhere. So we will just add in the q1. So in the q1, this is add. What is add? This is data. If not, else, if q1 is empty, then no, q1 is not empty, then if this is the not the case, then surely there are one q that is not empty, so we'll finding that. So q1 is not empty, so then q1 is our main queue. So q1 dot add data, else q2 dot add data. Okay. So this all done. Now this is the main function, and this is the public int pop. Here no data will be entered. So if is empty, then we will simply return -1, or we just one stack is already empty. -1. Else, no else here. If because here already this is written, so no need to increase the if else later. If q1 dot is empty, if q1 dot is empty, no, that is if it is empty, then this is returned true, but this is not, so we'll simply add a negation here. So while this is not empty, while q1 dot is empty, not is empty, so we will take one top here, int top equal to -1, just take, or 0 we can take also. So this is not affect anything. So this is top equal to q1 dot remove. If q1 is empty, that is our last case, that if this is our last element, so we just simply remove it. So q1 dot so we can simply break it and send it to the user, to the function. So that is the break. and simply return. So from here this can we can return or we just q2 dot add top. Else we can simply just copy it, and while q2 is not empty, so then q2 dot remove, and if q2 dot is empty, and then q1 dot add top is simple. And we can just simply copy this function also, because in the pop and peak there are only one difference, that we just not enter the last element to the second queue, right? So we can just simply copy this, and this pop and this is peak. If is empty, that also okay, that also okay, and we just simply remove this line, and simply just remove this line and return the top. Best. Now we will make one stack class object, new stack, and stack dot add 4, and set dot at 9, and is dot at 10, and is out is dot peak. So we just see the last element 10. This is string, and we just simply remove the last element is dot. Now what is this? 10. 10 is removed. Now what is our peak element? So is dot peak, and now this is 9. So this is working, right? And you can also write a loop while is dot is empty, is out is dot peak. To simply remove all elements. Sorry, is that 4, and this is not 9 and 4. These all elements are removed from this step, right? So this all